Pittsburgh Pirates versus Chicago Cubs. The Pittsburgh Pirates, 51-71, 62-60 RL, 51-68 3OU, take on the Chicago Cubs, 68-51, 56-63 RL, 56-53-10 OU in the first of a three-game series on Friday afternoon, and the Pirates have yet to name a pitcher. The Cubs will answer with Colin Rea. The Cubs lead the season series 5-2. The Pirates have yet to announce a starter for this one. Braxton Ashcraft is expected to pitch bulk innings. Ashcraft was solid in his recent outing, conceding 1 run in 3.1 innings against the Reds, ending in a no decision in a game the Pirates lost. The rookie has strong numbers, posting a 3.19 ERA, a 1.36 WHIP, accompanied by a 3-2 record in 36.2 innings of work on the season. He has pitched 2 scoreless innings against the Cubs this season. The Pittsburgh Pirates have been more competitive in the second half, but remain near last in most hitting categories. The squad won 2 of 4 home games against the Reds this past weekend. They proceeded to get swept by the dominant Brewers this week, scoring 6 runs and squandering 33 runs. The Pirates are 17-42 on the road. Spencer Horwitz has been a reliable producer this month, knocking in 9 runs. The veteran first baseman has recorded 33 RBIs and a .714 OPS. Brian Reynolds is also in a groove, netting 10 RBIs and a sharp 1.1 OPS this month. The 30-year-old has subpar numbers, posting 61 RBIs and a .709 OPS on the season. Isaiah Kinner-Falefa has issued 6 RBIs in August. The veteran second baseman has reported 32 RBIs on the year. Nick Gonzalez has just 1 RBI against the Cubs this season. The 26-year-old has 19 RBIs and a .723 OPS. Pittsburgh is averaging 3.55 runs on the season, pegging them 30th. The pitching is decent, posting a 4.06 ERA, placing them 16th. Colin Rea will be on the rubber on Friday afternoon. Rea came through with a gem last week, conceding only 1 run in 6 innings against the Cardinals and was credited with the win. The righty is having an outstanding season, conceding 2 or fewer runs in 6 of his past 8 outings and has recorded a 4.09 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP, accompanied by a 9-5 record in 116.2 innings of work on the year. Rea has kept the Pirates to just 4 runs in 2 meetings this season, but has a poor 5.49 ERA, a 1.29 WHIP, and a 3-3 record in 41 career innings against the rivals. The Chicago Cubs appeared they were going to be a guarantee to win the division early in the season, but the Brewers have been the best team in the big league since May. The Cubs have plummeted 6 games out of first and should be a wild card team. The Cubs have been inconsistent due to the bats. They dropped 2 of 3 road meetings against the Blue Jays this week. They stand at 36-22 at home. The Cubs need more from Pete Crow Armstrong. He is slumping, reporting a 193 OPS this month. It's been a breakout season for the center fielder, clubbing 27 homers along with 78 RBIs. Ian Happ has managed 5 RBIs this month. The veteran slugger has 16 home runs with 55 RBIs and a .710 OPS. Nico Horner is slumping, yielding a .643 OPS in August. The veteran second baseman has managed 47 RBIs on the season. Seiya Suzuki has knocked in 7 runs with a 1.2 OPS against the Pirates this season. The star slugger has smashed 27 home runs with 85 RBIs on the year. Chicago is scoring an average of 5.10 runs on the season, marking them 3rd. The pitching is a strength, reporting a 3.88 ERA, placing them 12th. The Pittsburgh Pirates have been horrendous on the road. They have dropped 5 of their past 6 road games. The Chicago Cubs are dominant at home, where they stand at 36-22. They have thrived against the Pirates, winning 5 of their 7 meetings against them this season. Furthermore, this matchup is expected to turn into a bullpen game for the Pirates, which plays directly into the Cubs' favor. Pittsburgh's relief corps has been heavily taxed and recently exposed, most notably in their series against the Brewers earlier this week, when they surrendered a staggering 33 runs over just 3 games. That kind of bullpen wear and tear can be difficult to recover from, especially against a Cubs team that has been opportunistic with runners in scoring position. On the mound for Chicago, Colin Rea has had success keeping Pittsburgh's bats quiet, holding them to just 4 total runs over 12 innings pitched this season. Beyond his individual success, the Cubs have thrived in games he starts, going 6-2 over his last 8 outings. With Chicago also showing a tendency to win decisively, 5 of their past 6 victories have come by at least 2 runs. The run line presents strong value here. If Rea delivers another quality start and the Cubs offense capitalizes on a depleted Pirates bullpen, they should be in a strong position to win comfortably. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Chicago Cubs minus 1.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Your Atlanta Braves versus Cleveland Guardians. The Braves and Guardians will meet Friday night in a game that means a lot more to Cleveland. The Braves have stumbled since the beginning of the season and come in with a 52-68 record, plagued by inconsistency on both sides of the ball, while Cleveland has quietly kept themselves in the playoff mix at 62-57. The Guardians know every win counts as they chase both the division and the wild card, and a home victory here could provide a crucial boost to their momentum heading into the final stretch. Atlanta's season got off to a terrible start and has been a disappointment behind inconsistent pitching and an offense that hasn't been able to pick up the slack. Eric Feta gets the ball tonight, carrying a .412 record with a 5.40 ERA and 1.49 WHIP over 23 starts. He's been even worse on the road, going 1-8 with a 5.12 ERA. Fede has averaged just 3.2 innings over his last 5 outings, giving up nearly 4 runs per start and struggling to work deep into games or limit damage. His inability to consistently find the strike zone and finish off hitters has made it challenging for the Braves to stay competitive when he takes the mound. The Braves pitching staff sits 23rd in ERA, 4.31, and 25th in strikeouts per 9 innings. On offense, the lineup has also been underwhelming compared to the recent past, ranking 20th in runs per game, 4.29. Even though Atlanta has committed fewer errors than any team in baseball, the defensive bright spots have not translated into consistent success. The lack of dominant starting pitching and timely hitting has made it difficult for them to string together wins, leaving them searching for the form that carried them to postseason contention in previous seasons. As bad as the season has been, the Braves have still been favored in 70% of their games this season, and as a result, they are the second worst team in MLB for sports bettors to back this season. Their inability to capitalize in games they were expected to win has led to significant losses for those betting on them, highlighting their underwhelming performance. Cleveland sits just 6.5 games back of first-place Detroit in the AL Central and 1 game behind the Yankees for the final wildcard spot. The Guardians might not have a lineup full of stars, but they've outperformed expectations in the one category that matters most: winning. Their ability to grind out close games, rely on timely pitching, and capitalize on opponents' mistakes has kept them in the playoff hunt, proving that resilience and team chemistry can be just as valuable as pure star power. The Guardians' pitching staff has a 3.89 team ERA, ranking 14th in MLB, and the bullpen has been a reliable asset throughout the season. Against the Braves, Joey Cantillo is listed to take the mound, as he has been transitioning from the bullpen into a starting role. The left-hander is 3-2 with a 4.11 ERA and 1.40 WHIP across 28 appearances and 7 starts. Cantillo's ability to miss bats has been promising, but his command remains a work in progress, making efficiency and pitch count management critical if he hopes to give Cleveland quality innings in this matchup. Offensively, the Guardians rank 26th in runs per game, 3.98, and last in batting average, .228, though they sit 13th in stolen bases. The standout is first baseman Kyle Manzardo. Limited to 53 games last season with 5 home runs, Manzardo has broken out in 2025 with 21 homers and a .242 average, giving Cleveland some much-needed middle-of-the-order pop. His ability to deliver timely hits and provide consistent power has been one of the few bright spots in an otherwise underwhelming offense, offering hope that the lineup can improve around his production. The Guardians come into this matchup riding a wave of home field confidence and should be greeted by an energized Progressive Field crowd. Cleveland has quietly been one of the most reliable teams for sports bettors in 2024, ranking as the 8th most profitable club in MLB, thanks to their ability to grind out wins in close, low-scoring games. They've shown a knack for defying the underlying metrics, often pulling through even when advanced stats suggest they're at a disadvantage. On the flip side, Atlanta continues to frustrate bettors with inflated lines and underwhelming results. Despite their roster talent, the Braves have been a money pit on the road, holding the dubious distinction of being the least profitable away team in MLB, worse even than Colorado. That trend, paired with Cleveland's home resilience, makes this a spot where public perception and actual betting value are sharply at odds. With Cleveland in the thick of both the division and wild card races, I'll back them to bring the energy and get to Fetty and the Braves bullpen. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Cleveland Guardians money line. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Chicago White Sox versus Kansas City Royals. It's an American League Central battle on Friday, August 15. The White Sox air 44-77, and they are still the worst team in the league. They have lost 8 of their last 10 games coming into this weekend. The Royals are 60-61, and they are 4 games out of a wild card spot. The Royals are 5-2 when they have played against Chicago this season. Chicago is 44-77 overall this season. They are 25.5 games back of the divisional lead as they continue to be the worst team in the league. They have an 18-41 road record, which is the second worst mark in the sport. The White Sox have lost 8 of their last 10 games. Aaron Civale gets the start for the White Sox against the Royals on Friday. The right-handed pitcher is 3-7 with a 4.91 ERA in 15 starts this season. Civale's last start saw him throw 3.1 innings against the Guardians on August 8. He allowed 9 earned runs and 8 hits in a 9-5 loss to the Guardians on August 8. The White Sox are 5-10 when Civale has started this season. Since coming over from Milwaukee, Civale has a 4.91 ERA in 10 starts. In 4 starts, Civale has a 3.92 ERA since the All-Star break. The White Sox are hitting just .228 this season, which ranks second worst in the league, and their offensive struggles extend across multiple categories. They rank 4th worst in runs scored and 2nd worst in total hits, while also sitting near the bottom in power production with the 8th fewest home runs. On the road, Chicago is hitting .227, but they have shown slight improvement with a .259 batting average since the All-Star break. However, their matchup-specific struggles remain evident. In 7 games against the Royals this year, the White Sox have managed only a .214 batting average, underscoring their difficulty finding consistent offense. Kansas City is 60-61 overall this season, sitting in 3rd place in the American League Central Division. They are 9.5 games back of the Tigers for first place in the division and remain just 4 games out of a wild card spot, keeping their postseason hopes alive. At home, the Royals have been slightly above .500 with a 30-29 record, showing they can be competitive on their own turf. Recently, they have won 4 of their last 7 games, hinting at some late-season momentum. Against the White Sox, Kansas City has dominated the head-to-head matchup so far, posting a 5-2 record, which could give them an edge in this upcoming series. On Friday, the Royals are set to hand the ball to left-hander Noah Cameron, who has quietly been one of the more reliable arms in their rotation this year. The 26-year-old is 6-5 with an impressive 2.52 ERA through 16 starts, consistently keeping Kansas City in games with his ability to limit damage. In his last outing on August 9 against the Twins, Cameron tossed 5.2 scoreless innings, scattering 6 hits in a 2-0 win. The Royals are just 7-9 overall in his starts, but recent results tell a different story. They've won 5 of his last 6 outings. At home, Cameron owns a 2.93 ERA in 8 starts, showing an ability to navigate tough lineups in a hitter-friendly park. Since the All-Star break, he's pitched to a 3.13 ERA across 4 starts, and his steady command and low walk rate have been key to his success. Kansas City will be looking for another efficient outing from him to keep their momentum going. The Royals are hitting .245 this year, which ranks 17th in MLB, and they have scored the 3rd fewest runs in the league despite showing decent contact skills. Kansas City ranks 18th in total hits while producing the 3rd fewest home runs, a clear sign of their lack of power. Interestingly, the Royals have struck out the 2nd fewest times, showing discipline at the plate, but that has not translated into consistent run production. They are hitting .245 when playing at home and .247 in the second half of the season, numbers that suggest steady but unspectacular performance. Against the White Sox, they've been much better, hitting .309, which should boost their confidence for the matchup. It would be easy to select the Royals over the hapless White Sox in Friday's game. But I am actually going to side with Chicago. Aaron Civale has pitched better with a 3.92 ERA since the All-Star break, showing improved command and limiting hard contact. The White Sox are also hitting .259 during this stretch, giving them a bit more life offensively. Kansas City has struggled playing at home with a modest 30-29 record at Kauffman Stadium, and they've looked vulnerable against teams they're expected to beat. The White Sox will lean on Civale and aim for a low-scoring game, which I think they will get, as the Royals have scored the 3rd fewest runs in the league and often struggle to manufacture offense without the long ball. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Chicago White Sox minus 1.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Los Angeles Angels versus Athletics. The Los Angeles Angels 59-62, 67-49-5 over-under. Head to Sutter Health Park in Sacramento, California on Friday night to take on the Athletics 54-69, 61-55-7 OU in the AL Wet Showdown. It's the opener of a 3-game series, and the Angels aim for their 9th straight victory over the Athletics. The Angels are 7-0 against the A's in 2025, as they swept a 4-game series in Sacramento in May and a 3-game set in Anaheim in June. The Los Angeles Angels started this week with a 3-game home series against the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Halos swept it 7-4, 7-6, and 6-5 to extend their winning streak against the Blue Crew to 7 games. Now the Angels are 5 games behind the bottom wild card in the American League. Over the last couple of weeks, the Angels have recorded a 227/312/419 triple slash with 18 home runs in 387 at-bats, while their bullpen has compiled a strong 2.72 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, and a .185 batting average against. Yusei Kikuchi is expected to toe the slab at Sutter Health Park on Friday night. The 34-year-old left-hander is 6-7 with a 3.37 ERA and 1.42 WHIP in 25 starts, 139 innings pitched this season. He emerged victorious last Saturday despite allowing 4 earned runs on 8 hits and 2 walks across 5 innings, as the Angels outscored the Tigers 7-4. Kikuchi is 3-3 with a 3.06 ERA in 12 career starts against the Athletics. He met them in June and fired 7 scoreless innings in a 7-4 victory, allowing just a hit and a walk. The current A's are 6 for 44 with 2 doubles against Kikuchi. The Athletics just failed to extend their winning streak to 3 series. After taking 2 out of 3 games from the Washington Nationals and the Baltimore Orioles, the Athletics lost 2 out of 3 against the Tampa Bay Rays, showing that while they can compete, consistency remains an issue as they try to climb the standings. The A's are dead last in the AL West and 11 games behind the bottom wildcard spot in the American League, leaving them out of playoff contention. They are slashing .274/335/458 with 15 home runs in August, 413 at-bats, showing signs of life offensively despite their struggles earlier in the season. Their bullpen has been a bright spot, recording a solid 3.17 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, and a .229 batting average against this month, providing some stability in late-game situations, even as the team overall continues to search for consistency and ways to compete against stronger division rivals. Jack Perkins is projected to get the starting call on Friday night. The 25-year-old rookie right-hander carries a 1-2 record with a 4.08 ERA and 1.05 WHIP in 2 starts and 8 relief appearances, 28.2 IP in 2025. Perkins has shown flashes of potential with solid command and an ability to miss bats, but as a rookie, consistency remains a question mark. His performance in this start will be closely watched, as it could provide valuable insight into how he handles pressure situations against major league hitters. Last Saturday, Perkins threw 6 innings in a winning effort against the Orioles, yielding 3 earned runs on 3 hits and a walk. He's never met the Angels before, making this matchup a fresh test for him as he looks to maintain his strong form and continue building confidence on the mound. I mentioned that Yusei Kikuchi dominated the Athletics 2 months ago, delivering his best performance of the season by far and showcasing his command and pitch mix at their peak. However, Kikuchi hasn't been at his best of late, posting a 4.91 ERA and 4.12 FIP over his last 7 starts, struggling with consistency and allowing more hard contact than earlier in the season. I expect the Athletics to get to Kikuchi this time around, taking advantage of his recent struggles and aggressive approach at the plate to generate runs. The A's have done a great job against left-handed pitching so far this month, posting an impressive 304/3, 77/519, and 144 WRC+ in 155 plate appearances. Their consistent ability to hit for both average and power makes them a tough matchup. Kikuchi won't be able to shut them down again, as the Athletics hitters have shown patience and selectivity at the plate, often capitalizing on mistakes and driving in runs in key situations to tilt games in their favor. The Angels sport a mediocre .723 OPS and 100 WRC+ against right-handed pitching in August, showing they've been fairly average at the plate in recent games. Hereof, Jack Perkins should give his team a chance to keep the game close with solid pitching, but I will lean on the Athletics offense to make a difference. With multiple hitters capable of extra base hits and timely scoring, Oakland has the potential to exploit the Angels' pitching weaknesses and generate runs in crucial situations. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Athletics ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.